What's up, everyone? Hey guys, so it's 8:30 here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I am coming to you live here on Facebook. I got some really great questions today about my jug of water and what I'm focusing on with my health. So if you're on and you're live and you can hear me, will you guys give me a thumbs up? Let me just make sure I can see your comments. I see Kristen. Hey, Kristen. My fellow cat-loving friend. All right, awesome. Hey, Stephanie. All right, so I will give it maybe a minute or so here. I have my glasses ready. I've been using them. I actually ordered non-reflective lenses for this reason. How sad is that? But it's true. I talk a lot online. This is how I communicate with my team. So if I need to wear readers, then I need them to be non-reflective because you can see all my crazy lights going on in my house. My room has been transformed back into my office since our house guests have left, but there's still a few things that need to move out. So it's a little bit crazy in this house, but we do what we can, right? It's a spare bedroom / office. All right, so I showed you guys a little bit about my water that I'm drinking. Now, I wanted to kind of go back because this was the cool part about the time I spent away from my business with family. I noticed that a lot of the things that I have taught myself per se over the last 5 years or learned from friends, be it Shay or Casey on my team, I have these amazing people that are around me now with Beachbody. Hey, Angela. Angela's one of them too. And, so everybody brings something to the table or brings something to the team per se. You know, we have personal nutritionalists, certified health nutrition coaches, and these are all people I get to reach out to because I am not a professional by any means, but I call myself like a live by trial and error type of person. So I always have to learn things the hard way, and that's just me. That's my personality. So I'm trying to keep you guys from doing the same mistakes I did. So I was talking with my family about this, and I told them about where I started 5 years ago, because some of the things that I was doing then are things that maybe what you're having trouble with now, because it's really hard to define the word healthy when it comes to food, especially in the United States of America, because the guidelines are always changing. It's really tricky to read labels. They're getting super like spy crappy with all their wording. So without going too far deep into the matrix, trust me, I just want to give you some few tips in the beginning where I was at 5 years ago. So when before I found Beachbody, I was suffering from PCOS. I was on metformin. I was on high blood pressure medication. I was on medication to make me happy, to make me sleep. You name it, I was taking it because I was miserable and I just wanted something to work. I was considered obese at the time. I since have lost 70 pounds with Beachbody, in-home fitness, and Shakeology. I have come a far away from where I was 5 years ago mentally. I think about those times, and it's really sad because I was just really lost, and I was trusting in what my doctors were telling me and what they knew could help. And that's where I had to start really investigating my own health and my own health needs. Now, I tell this to everyone that I talk to with PCOS. PCOS, I have found, is different for everyone. And this call is not directed towards PCOS because that's not my issue. So my blood work came back that my hormone levels were pristine. So that's amazing. 5 years into this now, I have been prescription free with PCOS medication. However, I was having a little bit of issues with high blood pressure and a high sugar count. And that really is what floored me because I am going to tell you guys honestly, I don't eat processed sugar. As someone who suffers from PCOS, everything we eat turns into sugar, be it natural sugars with fruit, honey. So I really have to be super particular about what I put into my body. And clean eating principles, the 21-day fix principles really taught me how to eat better. as far as PCOS goes. Now, the 21-day fix wasn't around 5 years ago. I wish it was, because it would have made my life a whole lot easier. It teaches you how to eat a balanced meal plan throughout your day. And I had to kind of learn that on my own. And I just baby stepped my way into steps of, this week I'm going to focus on this, and this week I'm going to focus on that. Now, 5 years into this, I'm drinking jugs of water that look like urine. Okay? It didn't happen overnight. Trust me. If you would have spoke to me 5 years ago, I would have thought I was crazy. So just know that you're starting from a place right now that you need to be at, but there's always hope at the end of the tunnel. So kind of look into the future, look into the crystal ball, and you can maybe see yourself 5 years from now. Food in my family has always been comfort. Food in my family has always been conversation. Maybe you've noticed that I love to talk about food. I'm a foodie. I love to make recipes. The kitchen is my zen. I love to create clean recipes that taste like the old-fashioned goodies. It's just what I like to do, and it's kind of my thing per se. But I started really thinking about how some of my clients are on this call right now with skincare. I've been a skin tech for 14 years, and that was my passion, and I loved learning about skincare, and it's kind of gotten more mundane, and where I find the health field and what I put into my body and nutrition actually comes out on the outside. And so it all kind of works in a harmonious circle per se. So I've kind of been switching gears, and I love that science nerd geek part of nutrition and food. I love finding things that work together and create a harmonious body, basically, of nutrition. So that's kind of what my love has become, in a sense, with food. So I've moved away from it being all about comfort to more of an experience of fueling my body for the best needs that I personally need. So what I did in the beginning, I thought it was being healthy by eating lean cuisines. I thought I was being healthy by eating frozen foods. I eliminated all processed foods, and that was a big change in my health, because processed foods guaranteed have hidden sugars. All of them. Even some of the frozen vegetables that you buy, if it doesn't just say green beans, then there's something in it that's a preservative that's keeping it, and that's going to affect your body in some way or somehow. So these are all kind of things that I'm just going to skim over. If you guys want more details on this, reach out to me. I'm here on Facebook. You can message me. I don't bite. So make sure that if you have your own personal needs and you didn't message me today with the question, that you reach out to me. So like I said, my blood pressure is up, and I have a little bit high in my sugar levels. I mentioned the side effect of PCOS. I have to eat complex carbs with a high protein fat. So if I have, let's say I have an apple, I have to eat it with a handful of almonds. If I have a banana, I have it with peanut butter. Everybody should do that, by the way. There's really high sugar content in bananas, so you want to balance that out with your body with that high protein fat. Sometimes I have an avocado. Sometimes I have nut butter, or I have peanut butter. It just creates a harmony, it just creates the ability for my body to process it as a food, as it's supposed to, rather than as sugar. So that's personally for me with PCOS, and that's a big tip for people with PCOS as well. So, okay, getting to my water. So, fast forward 5 years. If you guys have been following me for 5 years, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you that are new as friends here on Facebook, you may not know my story, and I have my blog. It's sarahstakely.com. I've been blogging what's been going on for years, so you're welcome to check it out. You can put PCOS in the search bar, and it'll show you my trials and tribulations throughout the past years. But so I eliminated processed foods. I started eating healthy. I started eating clean. I did the 21-day fix. I learned a lot from that program, just how to portion my food. That was my next kind of on the goal board, because I just baby stepped my way into where I am now. So I spoke about this morning. I met with my doctor, and I'm under doctor's care. And rather than taking a prescription, because I believe personally that they sometimes snowball into other side effects, I told him, give me a month. And I said, let me prove these statistics wrong. And he said, all right, teach me something. Because I went home and I got my team together of friends that were my gurus, and I just kind of let them know what was going on, and they gave me tips, and I researched myself, and I thought, okay, I have all this stuff. Like, I can do this. I have digestive health. I've been using that. Like, how can I tweak that? How can I make it better? So a lot of these things are Beachbody products. Some of them are not. Like, I use the Young Living oils. I love, love, love them. I have a really awesome rep that has invited me into groups that I learned a lot from, and she's pretty amazing. So I'm sure she'd be glad to reach out to you if you have an interest in those. I use them for a million things. Cleaning, for smelling my house to smell good. Just for my zen when I meditate, I use oils. So mindset is key, and that's kind of where I'm headed with the oils as well. You know, you can eat clean and feel healthy all day long, but if you don't keep what's in between your eyeballs healthy, nothing's going to change. Because you have to really be strong to allow change to happen. And I have learned this over and over again, because whenever I stop focusing on my inner health, be it my mindset, be it my relaxation, be it my sleep, be it how much I'm giving myself to others and not just myself, me time, it slaps me in the face somehow. So with my health, it seems to ebb and flow. Like every 5 years, I have something that kind of creeps up with the PCOS. I was diagnosed at 13. So looking back, I look at my weight through high school. I look at my weight through college. I look at the time I was a flight attendant and I was a size 6, out of the blue. It definitely up and down, up and down. So I'm trying to nip that in the bud, because I'm staying right where I need to be. After my surgery, I gained a couple pounds, but now that I'm able to work out and things like that, I'm staying pretty level, and I don't want it to drop again, or raise, I should say, on the scale. But I will tell you guys that I just finished P90X3. I lost 25 pounds with that workout. So P90X, tried and true. This is the third time I've done P90X and lost 30 pounds in the almost 30 pounds in the 90 days. So love, love, love Tony Horton. And I will preach his workouts all day long, because anyone can do them. If you're fearful of the word P90X, don't be, because I was so overweight and so unhealthy when I did P90X. I still don't even know how I did that. It was sheer willpower to change, and that was that mindset. And I do that through personal development and meditation and tapping. So that's something that I always push to the wayside, but needs to be a part of my life. So that's something to say too. All right, so what is in that water jug that I posted this morning? So let me get my glasses out. I threw them on the floor. Good thing I have multiple pairs, and they're dirty. All right, so like I said, I'm like a super science geek when it comes to this food. So I'm going to run through this pretty fast, but I plan to put this on my blog as well. And super science geek now. All right, in my Walking Dead t-shirt. All right, so to make legal happy, remember that I am sharing with you what has worked for me, and you will want to do your own research or consult a physician before totally changing your diet or prescription regimen. I am under a doctor's care while doing this, and Beachbody does not claim that they will cure or prevent any disease. It has worked for me in the last 5 years in that manner. So there you go, legal. All right, moving on. So cayenne pepper. So this I started with a sprinkle, and then you're supposed to increase to 1/4 of a teaspoon. Now, I'll tell you guys, I like hot foods, like suicide wings. If you're from Pittsburgh, you know what that means. Quaker steak and lube. I like hot foods, but when you are chugging it or drinking it, forget about it. Trust me. Start with a sprinkle and then work your way into that 1/4 of a teaspoon. And the benefits is your gut, your health, and beyond. So it cures diarrhea. It's a natural remedy for cramps, for headaches. I'm using it as an anti-irritant for my belly, as well as help in digestion, because I said I was going to talk about poop, and that's what's going to happen. Every time I was eating, I could, like clockwork, look at my watch, and I would be on the toilet with diarrhea in 15 minutes. It was like a natural cleanse was happening. And so that sucks, because you don't want to go out to eat and, be stuck on the toilet, or you don't want to eat something. And it wasn't even that I was eating unhealthy. I was eating a balanced meal or healthy foods. I just couldn't figure out what it was. And I thought for sure I had a food allergy, but that was proven with this blood work that I don't. I just have intolerances to possible grains and dairy. And those grains are like my quinoa and things that I love. Like they're not, white bread, which sucks. But I'm figuring that out too. So it could just be a whole mix of everything that's going on. The next one was apple cider vinegar. So Mother's Nature's organic, good old Scooby Scrub brush, natural organic Bragg's is what I use. The apple cider vinegar. Okay, I've been a skin tech for 14 years, so you're going to learn a lot with apple cider vinegar. So it solves an upset stomach. So my mom used to always give us Coke syrup when we were young, and I still kind of love it. I'm not going to lie, when I feel really sick. But Bragg's works a lot better, and it's a lot better for you. So it improves blood sugar, it protects your heart, dry scalp, blemishes. If you have a breakout, especially those that are here with PCOS, if you get those hormonal breakouts that happen on your lower jaw and chin line, if you take a little bit of Bragg's, the apple cider vinegar, and blemish treat with it, like spot treat with it, it literally will take that sting away. It'll remove the redness, and it'll help instantly with those breakouts. Don't squeeze or pick. Just telling you. All right, it alleviates sunburn. It's an all-natural teeth whitener. And then the Ultimate Reset Soothe. I have this one here. So this is my Soothe. Can't maybe see it with the shadow. I take 2 capsules before every meal in the evening. It has aloe vera in it, which helps soothe the belly and help aid in digestion. It also helps the turmeric absorb. Turmeric's really hot right now. Turmeric's like the thing. Doctors say this spice is a brain health breakthrough. And I have brain health in my family health history, so why not? And it helps with my digestion too. So the health benefits of turmeric, when examining researchers, turmeric benefits go way beyond a list of a lot of drugs that are anti-inflammatory, antidepressant, chemotherapy, anticoagulants like aspirin, painkillers, diabetes, arthritis, cholesterol, diabetes, IBS, Crohn's, ulcer, colitis. I think I said that wrong. And I know how to say that. And they're a natural painkiller. So when I take Soothe, I originally started taking this because I was working out and I didn't want to have sore muscles. So it soothes your sore muscles at night. Little did I know it was actually helping my belly. So the Focused Energy Boost. Now, one of the things I'm supposed to give up is coffee. Oh, God, help us all. I haven't done this yet. Thank you, Teresa, even though they're reflective. So I haven't done this yet. I'm trying. I actually have a natural coffee coming to the house tomorrow. So I'm going to try that. But I have been using Focused Energy. It's a natural, it's a unique formula to give you energy both for mind and body. It has like spotlight ingredients, argarnia, or I cannot say these words. But I'm just happy I don't have to create them. They're just in here. Garnia, origin South America, ginseng, rohidila, oh my goodness, lion's mane, origin Asia. So lion's mane is actually a medical mushroom and included in this boost. And what's cool about it is it helps the immune system and helps support your functions, if you know what I mean. So that's what I've been getting my energy from rather than having coffee. I've been doing half a cup in the morning and I mix it with hot water because I'm trying to wean myself off of it. What do I have next? Digestive Health Boost. This is the Mother Load. I love this product. I could kiss it because I add this to my Shakeology. I add this to my Shakeology. And I blend it up in my Magic Bullet, or sometimes I shake it if I'm on the road. But digestive health, so I learned about this when I did the Whole30. And I know I'm going to get hell for this, excuse my French, but I feel as if the Whole30 ruined my gut. There, I said it. Bring it on. So because I was eliminating so many things that, your body needs carbs. Your body needs to have a mixture of all foods. I wasn't getting enough fiber. Yeah. And it wasn't fun. So here's the thing. I thought, okay, I'm going to screw this. I'm going to at least take the digestive health during it, when I still was drinking Shakeology, which is a no-no during the Whole30, but I wasn't going to not take that. It had saved my health. So that was a big thing for me. And I know I shouldn't even say the word, but it's true. And I'm just speaking the truth to you guys. So if you know someone that's on Metamucil or taking those yogurts that are supposed to aid in digestion, they're not going to help, because it's very hard to find an optimal ratio of soluble and insoluble fiber, and it's in this jug. So I do 1 scoop of that every day, because as women we're supposed to have 22 grams of fiber. With Shakeology, it's 40% of your fiber for your day, and guaranteed if you're eating a healthy meal plan, then you're going to get the rest of that fiber in. So that is good gut health right there. And good gut health means drink water, 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 because you need to get everything flowing. You don't want anything to get stuck. So it has chia, flax, pea fiber, and psyllium husk. Mineralize is from the Ultimate Reset as well. I keep this at home. It's basically Himalayan sea salt. So if you've ever been in those natural food stores, you see that big chunk of salt that's pink. That's basically what this is. It just helps add natural minerals that the body needs. So I've been using this forever. I add this to my water. I add this to my jug of water along with everything else that I showed you and talked about here. But I've been doing that for a long time. I've done the Ultimate Reset 4 times in the past. The very first time I did it was after I had a brain injury. I hit my head. I have post-concussive disorder and vertigo. I did it to come off of the visualization drugs that I was on, healing from my injury, and it really helped. My blood work was amazing, so I plan to do the reset. I ordered it. I express delivered it because I'm going to do the Ultimate Reset and do the 21 days during this 30 days to prove my blood work wrong. Just to reset, rebalance. It's an amazing way to take 21 days, really focus on what you're putting into your body, how it feels, how it works, and then come out, a few pounds lighter with a whole new mindset on what you're supposed to and not supposed to be eating. So I didn't see any questions. You guys have any questions? I think I covered all the questions that I got online. Oh, someone asked me what my plan was. So my plan is this. I'm going to lower my sodium. So I like salt on food. But I need to be more conscious about how I'm using it. No caffeine. I talked about that. I'm chillaxing to music and I'm doing meditation on Spotify. I have a lot going on right now. Some of my posts you may have seen. We have a little bit of family health issues going on, and just got back from having a ton of family members here for my grandma's 90th birthday. And I reached out to all my accountability groups online here because I've been running them for 5 years. And a lot of the people in my groups have become my family. And I just said to them, when my grandma stood in front of the entire family that she created at 90 years old, that she still walks, sometimes with a cane, but she's able to drive. She's she's able to understand. She's able to talk. She's a little bit forgetful, but goodness sakes, she's 90. And I thought, I want to be that person. I want to be at my challenger's 90th birthdays. I want to be standing in a room filled of all of you at 90 and just sit back and think we did it, we made it, right? And we're all healthy. That's my goal. And it's much bigger than having abs, or I just want to be healthy. And so I think that when I do these things, and like I said, I've done these things over time. If you're just jumping on, I talked about a little bit in the beginning, my story per se, a shortened version. And when I did the Ultimate Reset the first time, I did a video on it. It's actually on my YouTube channel, because it completely changed my health. And I thought, okay, now it set the ball rolling for me to understand where I needed to move forward. So no more working over hours, no more leaving space for energy to flow, and I'm not jam-packing my day and every second of it. That's a big part of being healthy as well. So inner, outer, mental, head, shoulders, knees and toes. All right, guys. If you don't have any questions, I will sign off because I wanted to keep this short, but it looks like it's been a half an hour. So have a great night. And if you have questions, like I said, make sure you message them to me or check out sarahstakely.com.